Every single day, we're getting a little bit closer to the NFL draft, which means the rumors are getting crazier and crazier by the day. Now, one of the rumors I'm actually kind of buying into is the fact that Malik Willis could go number 2 overall to the Detroit Lions, and I'm actually buying into it because of the fact that I absolutely love the pick if it were true. Now, I've made a lot of videos talking about Malik Willis, so if you've watched any of those, you know that I absolutely love him, and I think that he's the best quarterback in the draft by far. However, I do understand that he is a prospect, and I don't think he's going to be a quarterback that's going to be able to start successfully this year. Now, that is not a dig at him. I think he's just coming from a system that may not be up to par as some of the other colleges, and the professional game is a completely different game than college. So we see a lot of quarterbacks have to come in and sit for a year or two. It's not that uncommon, and I could be completely wrong. However, if he is a quarterback that needs to sit for a year or two, the Detroit Lions are literally the perfect fit for him because they have to keep Jared Goff due to his contract this year. And that is a quarterback that, will be able to teach Malik Willis a lot. Now, we don't know if his personality, sometimes you don't see quarterbacks willingly help the younger quarterbacks because they don't want to lose their spot. However, Malik Willis is going to be able to develop practice and, get in reps on the practice field before having to step out in the NFL field if he were to be drafted by the Detroit Lions. Now, that's why I think this, is a good fit. However, I do see the Lions being a little scared to take Malik Willis at number 2, just because I don't know if he's worth a number 2 overall pick. When you pick somebody at number 2 overall, you want that player to make an immediate impact on your team. Last year, we saw the Jacksonville Jaguars take Trevor Lawrence at number 1 overall. He was the starter week 1. We saw the New York Jets take Zach Wilson at number 2 overall. He was the starter week 1. However, we did see the 49ers draft Trey Lance, and he did not start the season. He did start one game because of an injury due to Jimmy Garoppolo. However, he was not expected to be the savior of the 49ers like the other 2 quarterbacks, Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, were. Now, if you draft Malik Willis at number 2 overall, you're basically putting him at the same stature as Matt Stafford was. He's supposed to be the next savior of Detroit, which is a lot of pressure. However, that pressure would be kind of overridden by the fact that he wouldn't have to start right away. And I think Jared Goff showed last year that he's a capable quarterback to lead this Detroit Lions franchise. He's not going to be the superstar quarterback that's going to carry a team. However, he could be a great game manager, and he kind of fits that Dan Campbell personality where, they kind of just don't care. And I mean, they don't care in the fact that they don't care that people count them out. Not that they don't care about the game. They don't care that people count them out. They have a ton of confidence in themselves. And I think that really translates throughout the entire team. Now, Malik Willis sitting in that system, we don't know if it'll be good for him or not, but whenever you're going to have a coach like Dan Campbell that I think could really, instill confidence into him, is just going to help him on the practice field and help him really develop into a great quarterback. Now, I know Lions fans, they're not going to want to take Malik Willis at number 2 overall. I think if they want to take him, and that's a big if they want to take him, they would want to trade back. However, this draft is so odd. It's one of the first drafts in a long time where we don't even know who's going number 1 overall. We have a good idea with Aiden Hutchinson, but basically after that, it's a blind shoot show. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I said it anyway. But basically, I don't know if there's going to be any teams willing to give up a lot for the number 2 overall pick, just due to the fact that there's not a clear number 2 overall choice, and the number 1 overall pick is not going to be a quarterback. There are times we see the number 2 overall pick basically be treated as a number 1 overall pick because a quarterback is going to be selected number 1. Let's look at like last year, for example. Everyone knew for at least 2 years that Trevor Lawrence, when he was going to be drafted, was going to be the number 1 overall pick. So basically that number 2 spot, which the Jets had, was getting the best player in the draft that's not a quarterback. However, the Jets needed a quarterback, so they still opted to go with Zach Wilson. And even the 49ers, they wanted a quarterback as well, so they drafted a quarterback. So basically the first position that came off the board that wasn't a quarterback was the number 4 overall pick, which actually was Kyle Pitts, the tight end, who people did say was the best player in the draft. So I don't know if that draft or this draft is similar to any other draft, and the fact that we just don't know who the clear-cut best players in this draft are at this moment. Things could change as we get a little bit closer. We'll start to get an idea of what teams are starting to lean towards, who teams are starting to think are the top players. So things could change, but as of right now, we're only 21 days away from the NFL draft. We are getting close, so I don't know how much the Lions would be getting if they want to trade that number 2 overall pick. Now, I guess if you think Malik Willis is going to be on the board at like 8, 9, 10, 11 or something like that, anything you're getting back for, him is better than just taking him at number 2 overall if you think he's going to be on the board still. So definitely some things to look out for, but Malik Willis and the Detroit Lions, it might be a match made in heaven because I don't think he'll have to start right away, and I still think he has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this draft. His floor, I think is unknown right now. We really don't know. He could be a complete bust. He could be a good quarterback at best. There's so much to learn about him and stuff like that still. However, I think if the Detroit Lions want to take a risk, this would be the best risk for them to take for their future. Malik Willis, I think, is a fantastic quarterback. Obviously, we'll have to wait and find out to see if I am right or wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think the Detroit Lions should consider taking Malik Willis at number 2 overall? Should they trade back for him, or should they just avoid him at all costs? Let me know in the comments, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps out the channel so much, and have a great rest of your day.